So if I said that yesterday night I saw a dream that yeah, I bought Taj Mahal, or I bought a Lamborghini. It was my dream. And now after visualizing this dream, if I say that yes, this is my demand to purchase Taj Mahal, this is my demand to purchase Burj Khalifa, this is my demand to purchase Lamborghini, it is absolutely is a wrong explanation of demand. Usually, when I asked to the beginners of commerce that what is economics, my students answer me in different way. The students who actually started the journey of commerce, I believe for those students economics is going to be one of a very fundamental and important subject. So basically, once we are traveling the journey of commerce, the first thing it must be aware by all the students that they need to be expert about all the concept and idea about the economics. So basically, as every other students, I also ask my student that what is economics. They answer me, sir, this term or this subject we are not accustomed with very much, because at class 10 standard we don't have opportunity to study economics. This is very unfortunate for India, but still we don't have that much opportunity to study economics before class 10 standard. So let me come to the point. If anyone asks you what is economy or why we need to study about economics, the answer should be very simple, straight and precise. But I have a small request before you go through the rest of the video. I have a small request to everyone. If you really like and appreciate the way I am going to teaching you about this particular subject or these chapters relating to the commerce, finance, taxation and costing, please do like, share and subscribe. And if you have any further query, then please contact into this particular contact number. Okay. Now coming to the question, so what is economics and why do we need to study economics as a subject? Why everybody say that economics is a very difficult subject? Is this really difficult? Practically for me it is not. It is not a difficult subject for me. So first question comes, what is economics? Let me tell you. To understand economics, you first need to understand two terms. Number one is demand, and number two it is resource. So obviously there is a question comes, what is demand? So some of my students said that, sir, whatever we want to purchase or whatever we want to acquire, is this what is demand all about? No, practically not. It is not a demand. If you think that if you want to purchase X, Y, Z, it is not your demand. It is going to be your want. It is going to be your want. So if I said that yesterday night I saw a dream that yeah, I bought Taj Mahal, or I bought a Lamborghini, it was my dream. And now after visualizing this dream, if I say that yes, this is my demand to purchase Taj Mahal, this is my demand to purchase Burj Khalifa, this is my demand to purchase Lamborghini, it is absolutely is a wrong explanation of demand. Not certainly, this is not a demand. This is all about our want, wish. Yes, we want to do it. This is our wish, wisdom. Now there is a very definite question comes, when the want is converted as demand. Simple answer. Let me show you an equation, you better understand. Demand is equal to want plus purchasing power. Once we are talking about economy, It's a really very important question. That if you have only want, it will never ever become your demand. Then sir, when it could become my demand, it could become my demand when I have that ability to acquire this particular product. Why not Lamborghini is going to be my demand? No, no one said that Lamborghini cannot be your demand. My point of view is that if you have the ability to afford the Lamborghini, or if you have the ability to purchase that Lamborghini, then it could be your demand. Your want is the primary point or resource by which a demand initiate. Apart from that, there are so many various factors by which the demand is depending upon, but definitely your want and your purchasing power, all in together, it will going to form the demand of yours. More like it is individual oriented concept, sometimes it is a group concept also. Now after this explanation, once I ask my students, student, can you please tell me what is the primary demand of all human beings? Primary. And few of my student answer me, sir, iPhone. Few of my student answer me, sir, some royal pass of some PUBG or something. Some people answer me that, sir, food. But the actual answer, if you think deeply, you can understand the actual answer is not even royal pass of PUBG, it's not even iPhone, it's not even food also. Don't surprise, it's not even food also. So what it could be, it's very simple. The primary demand of every human being, without we cannot survive, this is air. Just think. Can we survive without air? Everyone. I believe there is no other option even. The answer is no. I mean to say oxygen as well as air. We cannot survive not for more than 10 seconds without oxygen. But once I ask you the question, so what is your primary demand? No one answer me that this is air. Why? Why? Because it directly cannot comes to my mind. Why? Just think, suppose this is you and this is our atmosphere. So you get enough oxygen to survive for you. Just think like that. Means the availability of oxygen and your requirement, there is no bars, there is no boundary, there is no limitations. You can access unlimited amount of oxygen by this, from this environment. There is no other options. There is no bars, there is no limitations. So basically that is the reason there is no economy based on economic activity based on air. That's why we don't prioritize air as our conceptual demand. That is the reason behind it, because there is no direct economical activity, because you need not to purchase air, you need not to purchase. Just think like that. But one day, just think, one day if the resource of air or if the resource of oxygen in the environment is getting decreased, from that day you have to purchase oxygen. There is no if, no but. Now you can say, if anybody asks you, what is your primary demand? You said oxygen. Because you have to purchase oxygen. You know, without oxygen you cannot survive not more than 10 seconds. So once we are talking about demand, we need to talk about the resource by which we can manage our demand. To manage our demand, try to understand. Resource is also going to play a very important part. What is resource? Resource could be two types: renewable and non-renewable. There are two types of resource in the world, renewable and non-renewable. Let me talk about, if anyone asks you what is the primary source of world's population or human growth in the world, the primary source is energy. And where do we get the energy? We get the energy in the form of coal, petroleum, and different other resource, which is having a limited stock in the world. Which is having a limited stock in the world. Similarly, land for residence, land for survive, land for industry, land for cultivations, land for fishing, land for every purpose. There is a limitations of land in the world. We cannot increase or decrease it. So basically that two very important source, mostly non-renewable, are practically having limited by the nature of the world. In compare with this, if you are looking to the world, day by day in this particular world, the human population, not only human, all the animals populations are getting increased day by day. So it is pretty obvious that once population increase, it's also increase the prior demand of different goods and services in the world. So demand in one terms, it is going to increase day by day. Day by day. Apparently, as our people are utilizing different limited resources for their individual purpose for energy, purpose for survive, purpose for different segments. So in the other hand, the resource are getting decreases for utilize day by day. Now question comes, if this scenario goes on, so one day it will come once the demand will be unlimited, but to fulfilling those demand, the resources and the alternative resources are not limited, and it's very scarce one day. People have nothing to utilize. Try to understand. So it will complete scarcity of the world. That is a very important fact. Now, to understand this answer, the answer is simple. That is the reason, to manage the limited resource fulfilling the huge demand, the term economy is coming to the world. If you ask me what is economy and what is the purpose of economical study, economy is mainly a study of asset management, resource, optimal resource utilization, for the growth and sustainable development. Not only growth, it is growth and sustainable development. For the healthy world. So what is economy? Economy is a study of asset management. Number one, it is optimal resource utilization. Number two, growth and sustainable development. Number three. So what the word is coming from? The word is coming from that perspective that we can manage our unlimited demand with a minimal resource, and it will contain for a sustainable growth for the world. Sustainable growth, we all know that the growth for today, we all have to think for the tomorrow's development. One day, once suppose me, you and everyone will not be in the world, we have to look forward the future generations. That is a very important point. So here the sustainable development, it's a very, very prior point, and we all need to focus there. So if anyone asks you then what is economy and what are the final answer, I hope you guys understand the way I explain. If you really like the way I taught, I explained the thing, the concept, so please try to be an associate to my channel. Please do subscribe and make sure you are pressing the bells icon that is in your right side with you. Thank you for your support very much. Welcome.